So this is the next part of that chapter 2, lesson 2, where we're going to talk about least common multiples. Where greatest common factor, we were looking for the biggest factor that two numbers had. Now we're looking for the smallest multiple that two numbers share. So step 1 says to check to see if the smaller number goes into the larger number. So we first want to check because it would make our lives really easy if 8 times something gave us 10. It does not. So if it does, that makes it a little easier, but it does not. So if yes, the larger number is your least common multiple. If no, then we have to find multiples of the largest number until we find something that divides into both. So let's just make a list. I think you had this in an earlier video. So we're going to list out multiples of 8. Multiples means multiply. So 8 times 2 is 16. 8 times 3 is 24. 8 times 5 is 40. Wait, 1, 2, 3. I forgot 8 times 4 is 32, and 8 times 5 is 40. Then if we list out multiples of 10 times 2 is 20, 10 times 3 is 30, 10 times 4 is 40. There is your least common multiple. Now you can see where that's going to take a long time as the numbers get bigger. So we are going to use that ladder method with the least common multiple, just like we did with the greatest common factor. What number divides into both of these? 2. 2 divides into 8 4 times and into 10 5 times. Because 4 and 5 are consecutive, that means they're in a row. We know we're done. We also know that the GCF would be the number on the side. That's the GCF is 2. To find the LCM, I like to say that I draw a big bubble L. So I make a big bubble L. Totally meant to make that green. Kind of like when you're writing out big bubble letters that say love, right? Ran out of room there. So that L, when we multiply the factors on the L, we find our LCM. 2 times 4 is 8, and 8 times 5 is 40. So which method we used, we still ended up with 40. I kind of like this little ladder method versus thinking about listing out lots and lots of those. Let's try another one. This one has 3 numbers. So we're just going to put all 3 numbers into our ladder. We have to come up with a number that divides into 2 or 3 of them. It doesn't matter if it's 2 or 3. So I might decide to say that 3 divides into 3 once and 3 divides into 6 twice. 3 does not divide into 8 evenly, so we just bring it down. Now I have to try it again. Does some number divide into 2 or 3 of the remaining numbers? 2 divides into 2 once, and 2 divides into 8 4 times. 2 does not divide into 1, so we bring it down. Now I don't have any number that will divide into 2 of those except for 1. I'm going to try and get my green this time. Why doesn't it want me to pick green? There we go. Okay, so we look for our big bubble L. We love LCMs. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 1 is 6. And 6 times 4 is 24. The LCM, the least common multiple, is 24. Oh man, I'm going to run out of time again. Well, I'm going to try and be fast. 4, 5, 15. 5 divides into 5 once and 15 3 times. Does not divide into 4, so I bring it down. Big bubble L, 4 times 5 is 20, and 20 times 3 is 60. My LCM is 60.